Question number 6. Allison counted the total number of vehicles in a parking lot shown. 20 vehicles are in the first 5 rows, 8 vehicles are in the next 20 rows, and 6 vehicles have already left the lot. Which expression shows the vehicles in the parking lot in the end? The 20 vehicles in each of the first 5 rows. Here's row 1, here's row 2, here's row 3, here's row 4, here's row 5. In this row, I have 20 cars. 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 And in the following row, I have 20 cars. It then says 8 vehicles in each of the next 20 rows. So I still have 20 more rows. So let's count. So this is the first step. Then I have to go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I would keep going all the way to 25. Okay, and it says in this direction 8 vehicles in the next 20 rows. So this row only has 8. Each row would only have 8. And I'm going to continue the pattern, but I need you to see that only these rows have 8 in them. And then it says 6 of the vehicles have already left. So then I'm going to take 6 away. So I know my final step, I have to subtract 6. This is my final step, right? Because it says right here, 6 vehicles have left. Let's look at the directions here. 5 plus 8. Well, I see where they get the 5. There are 5 rows plus 8. I'm not quite sure where they're getting the 8, except the 8 rows are in here. 5 plus 8 is 13. 13 times 20. $260 minus 6 equals 254. 5 plus 8, 5 plus 8. Once again, they're confusing rows and vehicles. They're mixing up the rows and vehicles. You can only add the rows and the vehicles in the same amount of rows. So 5 plus 8 times 20. Well, 5 plus 8 is 13. Times it by 20. Actually, sorry, I apologize. Remember, we got to multiply. 8 times 20, which is 160, plus 5. That brings it to 165 minus 6 equals 159. Let's look at the following row. 5 times 20. I see where they're getting the 5 and the 20. There are 5 rows of 20. Well, that equals 100 cars. And now they're saying I have to take that 100 times 8. That gets me 800. And then I minus 6, which equals 794. And then let's look at the following row. 8 times 20. 8 times 20 is 160. Got to do the parentheses, minus 6. That equals 154. And I'm going to add the 5. And I'm going to get 159. Now let's look. So I have 100 cars in this final row. That's what I started off with. And I have 20 rows of 8. So I'm going to take 20 times 8. That's going to get me 160. So 100 plus 160 equals 260 minus 6. Therefore, I'm going to get 254. When you do the math, the correct answer is A. That was a lot of work for one problem.